Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Hugh Spector, but most people just call me Hugh, and this is my first video. So this is a discussion video, guys. If you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me rambling for 8 minutes, just click off the video, go somewhere else. But if you guys are actually interested in hearing what I gotta say, it'll be about the new update. So with that being said, this is my first video. There are gonna be mistakes in this video, but if you guys want to see more content, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let me know how I can better my content for you fellow internet users. Well, let's get into this video. So obviously, as I just said in the intro, I want to talk about the new update in the Isle, mainly the addition of the Allosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and just give my honest thoughts on how the update turned out overall. Before we get into the update though, I want to take a minute to talk about myself so you know where I'm coming from. I'm not new to the Isle. I've been actively playing since 2023, but I've been following the game for much longer than that. 2017 to be exact. I started out with the Gaming Beaver. I've watched the development over the years, the long waits between updates, the hype circles, and the changes in direction. So when I talk about this update, it's coming from someone who's been around the community for a while. Now, as the update itself, overall, I think it's a solid update. Getting Allosaurus and Rex is a big deal. I mean, those two dinosaurs have been dinosaurs people have been wanting for a long time, since I could even remember. I remember going back on Legacy and playing that for a long time. But I would definitely say having them back in the game adds a lot to the experience, especially in terms of server presence and player interaction. Definitely will say player interaction has gone up. But also on top of that, baryonyx. I mean, we realize there's a playable model that you can do in the admin menu, and there are custom weights. There's even the Elder Prime model. So I mean, it's really, really cool. We got some berry leaks that they not only have shown up in the file, but are actually in the game. And I think they're doing what they did with Rex, if you want to hear my opinion about that. I think it was intentional. But that being said, the update isn't perfect. There are some bugs and there are some rough edges that are pretty noticeable. Some mechanics don't feel completely finished, and there are some moments where you just don't work the way it should. But honestly, that's the point. That's kind of expected with the IL updates. I mean, it's a huge update. There are going to be a lot of bugs to it. Is what it is. What matters to me more is that we actually got the update when we did. Realistically, if this update hadn't dropped now, I wouldn't be surprised if we were sitting until late January before seeing anything. So while it has issues, I'd rather have this update now than wait another month or two for something slightly more polished and still buggy, just like past updates. Performance-wise, it's actually not as bad as I was expecting. There are definitely been some server problems, rubber banding, lag spikes, server lag, just things like that, but the devs have already put out a small patch to help address some of those issues. As of recording this video, it's actually Christmas Day. Outside of those issues, server performance has actually been fairly stable. Something else I want to mention is how this update feels from a gameplay perspective. With Rex back in the mix, the game immediately feels more tense. I've noticed players more cautious, and people are just positioning themselves better, and I've noticed people are starting to play the game a little bit more strategically, while Allo adds a different dynamic too, especially for mid to large tier interactions, and I think it's a good thing for the overall balance of the game. Let's be real, anybody who's been not living under a rock can tell you that Allo should have came first before Shrike or Rex, because we already had Dibble and Maya in the game that were already dominating the server. So I mean, I don't understand what they did there, but I'm not a developer. So I also think this update does a good job for setting the stage for what's coming next. Between the new additions and the leaks we're seeing, it feels like the game is slowly building momentum. Again, it's not a massive leap forward, but it is a meaningful step. I will agree there, because obviously, I think this is the biggest the Isle has been in a while. The Isle has been struggling in these past couple of months, and I think that they've turned it around finally. But overall, I'll say this update is a step in the right direction. It's not flawless, it's not the best update the game has ever had, but it does add major dinosaurs. That gives players something to be excited about, and it also keeps the game moving forward. And that's the most important part of the thing. Any person in the Isle, Discord server, community will say the number one thing they want is more dinosaurs. That'll be the number one thing. The roster list is like, what, 54 dinosaurs in total? Like, I'm going to be 84 before it even comes out. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate you watching. This is my first video, and I plan on making more content around the Isle, like long gameplay movies, kind of like documentaries, updates, mechanics, and just general discussions like this one, and just about where the game is headed. If you enjoy this, feel free to stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!